It's weird. I can only really do videos on really irrelevant subject matter. So, here's one about dodos. I've always been kind of interested in the dodo and the story of the dodo because it's kind of a real life actions and consequences kind of moral story, saying if you don't treat nature right, this is what can happen. But have you ever noticed in artists' renditions of dodos, they always look quite threatening? Have a look. Here's a typical picture. You can just see what he's thinking in that calculating forehead of his. You idiots. You don't know what dodos could have achieved if you hadn't wiped us all out. And now you will never know. You bastards. At least that's what it looks like to me. And I was just looking at some background information of the dodo, and this is the first thing I came across. I thought this summed up quite a lot. Basically, it says here that the dodo's name probably came from the Dutch words for sluggard or plump arse. So they also referred to it as the walgvogel, which means loathsome bird or nauseating fowl. And the dodo was even known by the settlers of the island as the devil's chicken. So they didn't really like it much, to be honest. Right off, they didn't like it. But as soon as the dodo was extinct, everybody started talking about it. I mean, if somebody asked you today to name an extinct animal, I mean, you'd probably name the dodo, wouldn't you? And it was even in Alice in Wonderland as a character. Look, it's even on the crest of the Mauritius Islands where it lived. They must be pretty proud that it once lived there. But I don't see why, because all it did was die. And there's a stag on the other side for some reason. There's like a stag on every crest. Or a lion. Or a unicorn for some reason. What are crests for? Anyway, I'm going off subject. What I'm trying to say is, extinctions probably won't happen nowadays. You know, the sailors were really careless in the Mauritius Islands when the dodos were made extinct. They brought over loads of rats and cats and stuff, and they ate the dodos' eggs. I think we're more careful and wary of other animals nowadays. So this should kind of be remembered, but stop going on about it. Anyway, I just thought that was something interesting that I could share with you. When I get back to school, I'll probably think these kind of things are too much work and I won't do many of them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.